Ladies and gentlemen, Zwifters from around the world, welcome to this week's Big Ring Epic KOM Handicap on Zwift. It's that time of year, folks, when cycling eyes turn down under. Not to the Tour Down Under, which is an okay event, I suppose, but the big show in town is surely the Big Ring Epic KOM. Big numbers starting the race today. Go, 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 we see there from Dino. Racing is live. Let's take a look at the early action. Shout out to Ben Rowney, who's racing this race today, ably filling in the commentary box, I trust you'll agree, last week. Successful by his extremely low standards in that we didn't have to pull the video for fear of an international incident. And he's racing today back out from behind the microphone, and this is the early racing. Cam Hill up front, the newly crowned Warren Petchak by Rowney commentary, looking to lead out early. So it's Hill and Petchak in lockstep, basically going up the hill together. Chibawent is there out of Indonesia, the lightweight in the group. Here is Rowney, fresh from his commentary spell. Looks like Wills after that, Matriciano. Interesting group here of Broughton, Finelli, Head, Madsen at 200 kilogram. Absolutely outstanding out of Scandinavia. Leach is there as well. Siabat, Scott Riddell we know is capable of some big power. Ooh from Malaysia. Joel Burns, more on him later. Looking to bring up the rear as we make our way across the bridge. Speaking of Joel Burns, we are literally riding inside Joel Burns' head here, and inside into the man who's looking to pioneer pedalo cross-training and back from a recent glamping spell, possibly not in the best form, bringing up the rear currently. As we move to the pointy end, it was Petchak at the front, Chibawent, riders like Rowney and Hill. This is Petchak and Chibawent, Warren Petchak, our early leader. As I say that, Chibawent, the Indonesian, just comes ahead of Petchak, and that's confirmed by on-race commentary, Golden Shaft Davies. This is Rowney next, third on the road, and looking to come on terms. He looks to be 0.2 or so watts per kilogram above the Petchak Chibawent group, so he may get there. This is the leaders on the road, and this looks to be Ben Rowney laying down the power, coming on terms with Chibawent. He's already passed Warren Petchak. Ben Rowney leads the bike race. That's him in the orange S-Works. What does he do now? Does he try and put some gap into Chibawent? It's hard. Davies calls there. Rowney leads. He's not happy with that. He wants someone to overhaul Rowney. It would be an unpopular win from within the ranks of TBR founders, but at this stage he looks to have prized open 3 seconds now to Chibawent. This is him second on the road, and then back to Warren Petchak. So early leaders in the 2 and 3 position. Ben Rowney almost, well, it is amazingly, leads the bike race. Back to who must be Kurt Russell, I think, out of Australia, first time rider. Then Cam Hill, Rob Visser, the Canadian. He's ridden a lot of these events. He's getting a big portfolio of experience. Visser, Wills after that, Johnson. Then Yi out of China. Female rider Yi. Danny Matthews, we know what a strong rider he is in real life. Golden Shaft not riding with a handicap today. Claude Anderson, another Canadian. As we return to the front, and Ben Rowney is working hard at 175 beats a minute. He's put on 12 seconds now to Petchak, who's come back to second, and Chibawent third on the road. Kurt Russell, this is riding on the shoulder of Chibawent. So things shaping up here. Rowney putting on a slow burn, but considerably up the road now. As we look back through perhaps the lower places after that is Rob Visser, Hill, Yi. Then it's going to be Wills, I think we'll see. Johnson, Matthews, Davies, Anderson. So big turnout for the ride this week. I think we're seeing the handicaps become very tight. Racing is very competitive. We've got a solid group of riders who turn up time after time. If you think it's a great ride, we'd love you to promote it with your Zwift groups. Get your friends involved. That's Brian Fantana there. And Tournier. From Malaysia with Clark. We just missed out on Madsen, the top weight, 200 kilograms. Head for Nelly. See your bat's not going to be his day today. Jason Tran. First time we've seen Tran on a handicap. He's been big in the Turbo Tuesdays. Then it's Leach, Riddell, and Joel Burns is going to bring up the rear as we look to the front and Rowney hits the snow. Just a hint of easing up from Rowney, and Petchak has brought the gap back to 11. So, knowing him as I do, I would find it extremely unlikely that Rowney could hold on to this lead. He certainly lacks the personal fortitude, I would think, to make this stick. However, I'd be happy to be proven wrong, although Petchak now closing the gap 5 seconds. And this we're seeing is Kurt Russell come on terms with Petchak. Rowney still leads, so it's Rowney now to Kurt Russell, Petchak in third, Chibowent fourth, and Rob Visser, the Canadian, after that. And it looks like Rowney, it looks like the lights could be going out. We'll just wait to see what's happening at the top of the road, and this is Kurt Russell coming on terms with Rowney and putting him to the sword going ahead. He looks to have a watts per kilo advantage, and he stretches that immediately to 4 seconds. Rowney in second place. So what we're seeing here is over Ben Rowney's shoulder, Warren Petchak coming on terms with Rowney now. What does he do? Does he just sit in, or does he attack straight away, sensing perhaps that Rowney's heart is broken? Russell continues to lead. He's got 11 seconds on Petchak. Petchak's immediately put a gap into Rowney. As Kurt Russell comes over the top and into the rolling section, he'll get a short reprieve ahead of Petchak. And then Chibowent. Chibowent has overhauled Rowney as well now. So Rowney fourth and struggling heavily, I would suggest. This is him here, 175 beats a minute. He is valiantly holding on. Dino confirms Rowney blowing up, encouraging Rob Visser, who's brought the gap back to 5 seconds now. So that'll be the interest. Can Rowney hold on to his fourth spot, or is he going to completely pop on the last incline? Rob Visser, the Canadian, waiting to pounce. Let's not forget a significant climb after the rollers remains up to the KOM banner. And I think it's going to be too much for Rowney as we look over the shoulder, and Visser, this is Visser coming on terms in the striking green bike there. Coming on terms with Rowney, and what does he do? He attacks. What's Rowney got left? This is going to be potentially lights out if he can't hold this wheel here. Dean encouraging Cam Hill to ride on and get there as well. Really not wanting Rowney to do well is Dino. But Rowney just holding Visser's wheel now. Where is he finding this strength from? If you've ever met him, you'd be asking the same questions. As they come to the final climb together, Visser and Rowney, this will be one to watch. They are fourth and fifth on the road, although here goes Visser now. Visser moving away from Rowney, and I think that is that. Kurt Russell maintains his lead. It's the first time we've seen Russell, I believe, so no doubt his handicap will be adjusted next start. Warren Petchak 20 seconds back. I think it looks like second is safe for him. Chibowent in the 33 cadence, but Russell is going to take out his debut win. Fantastic ride, working hard, happy to have you aboard the big ring. Petchak after that. Look at this cadence from Chibowent. It's almost comical. Visser maintains his 11-second lead to Rowney, and Hill's breathing down his neck. That was Petchak taking second place. Chibowent's going to hold on for third. There he is. Great podium. So Australia, Indonesia. Rob Visser. Cam Hill is holding and leading out Rowney, although Rowney managing one last surge, one last effort. So fair dues, well played Rowney, nice ride. Wasn't able to hold the pace required. Cam Hill next. We'll see if we can follow as many riders home as we can. It can be a bit tricky from here on in. That's Fantana, your favourite Irish Australian. Yee, Dino riding without a handicap. Claude Anderson, the Canuck. Then it looks to be Danny Matthews, strong ride as always. See ya, Bat. Mid-pack. I look forward to your comments on the video. Sprinting home strong. And then it's Wills. Looks to be Finelli. I think he's an Italian rider. Yes, just saw the flag there. Clark, Tournier, Ooh. Look how close these riders are. If you want a close race, come and have a go at a handicap. Jason Tran, then Johnson, Madsen at 200 kilogram handicap weight. Absolute chapeau. Madsen, great ride. Leach. Brett Martin, and the riders keep on coming. I've lost count. I don't know how many riders are registered here. I'd say this is a record week. Gallagher. Broughton and Riddell might have a sprint here if we will hold on. Riddell we know capable of huge power over the short term. But Broughton leads Riddell out. That's a mistake. Yep, Scott Riddell over the top. Scott Riddell will be next. Broughton after that. B Head finally sorting out some technical issues this week. And here now we have TBR's favourite glamper. He just can't wait for a online pedalo racing platform to emerge. It's Joel Burns, and he's got a little way to go, so I'm just going to pop off and get a drink. Here we go. Well done. Joel working hard at 185 beats a minute. That cannot be denied. Guys, we'd love to have you like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Big Ring group on Facebook if you're not already. Check us out on Instagram. We're hoping to have a big year ahead. And if we don't see you in any of those places, hopefully we'll see you on Thursday for the next handicap. Bye now.